Hey there, welcome to Movie Review Mom. I'm the mom and I do the movie reviews. And my goal is to give you the heads up on filmmaking quality and content so that you can make the best decision for you and your family as to whether or not you want to spend time or money or both watching a specific film. So today, the specific film I'm reviewing is called Emily. This period drama is now available to stream online. It's rated R and is 2 hours and 10 minutes. My movie review mom grade for this film is a B plus. So let me explain. Don't jump off to another YouTube channel now. Let me tell you why I gave it the grade that I did. I'm going to give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things I liked and didn't like, as well as offer tips for parents, especially because this is rated R, as well as interesting lines, funny lines, if there are any, and even recommendations for other films that are somewhat similar that I think you'll also really like. Ready? Let's dive in. So it takes a very brave director, I think, to tackle the character of Emily Bronte in a new way, because her novel Wuthering Heights has been so beloved since it was published in 1847. The movie was written and directed by Frances O'Connor in her directorial debut, brave indeed. Emily Bronte, who imagines the transformative, exhilarating, and uplifting journey to womanhood of a rebel and a misfit. Emily Bronte is one of the world's most famous, enigmatic, and provocative writers who died too soon and too young at the age of 30. Who knows what masterpieces she could have written had she been given more time. So there were plenty of things I really liked about this movie. And first off, of course, is Emma Mackey, who stars as Emily Bronte. So Emma Mackey is just beautiful and talented, and I had never seen her in anything before. I loved her subtle expressions. I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot more of her in the future. And in fact, she reminded me of a younger brunette version of Margot Robbie. Let me know if you thought the same thing. This is the second time that Emma has disrobed in a movie. In this one, we see her bare chest. So there's that. The rest of the capable cast includes Fionn Whitehead, Oliver Jackson-Cohen, Alexandra Dowling, and Gemma Jones. Beautiful costume design is seen in this film, and stunning English countryside views and cinematography. The movie was shot at the West Yorkshire home of the Bronte family in England, so that's super cool. The lighting was noticeably good. And the reason I say that is because sometimes when you watch these movies about the 1800s or even older than that, they show very dark interiors, making it really difficult to see what's happening, especially in the nighttime scenes. But this one was very good. I enjoyed the effective and haunting musical score. There are several intriguing conversations and questioning God and about the church in the movie. And definitely that was appropriate for the time as well. Here in America during the 1800s, there was a resurgence of religion and questioning, and to some extent in England as well. The tone of the movie is overall one of sadness, and it shows the tragic life of Emily Bronte. If she lived today, she might actually be diagnosed somewhere on the autism spectrum. As an author of 31 books, I'm always fascinated to watch movies about other authors, especially female authors, and to learn what inspired them in their writing. Now, I am nowhere near the author that Emily Bronte was, and so I just was really interested to see how her experience was. And we only get to see a glimpse of it, really. We see character arcs in several characters in the story, and I always enjoy that. Now, with all that praise, there were some things that I didn't like or just thought could have been done better. For example, true literary fans of Emily Bronte's work may not approve of the artistic liberties that the director has taken with the story. It's important to note that this is not a historically accurate biopic. Some of the names and events from the book Wuthering Heights and that story itself are depicted as real history in the film. There's a creepy paranormal scene that really caught me off guard, and we don't really get complete resolution as to what happened in it. Ultimately, it's a depressing film, although it's well done, I think. Let me give you some tips for parents. I think kids are going to be very bored unless they're huge, Emily Bronte fan. Alcohol and opium are consumed, and we see some people drunk and hungover and drugged out, basically. There's cigarette smoking. A single man kisses a married woman. An unmarried couple goes at it in a variety of places. And in one of those scenes, that's where we see skin and both people shirtless. Some of the themes that are illustrated very well in the movie are writing and authors, that creative process, inspiration, jealousy, society's norms in 1800s in England, freedom in thought. And there's a really cute scene where that is shouted out in the countryside. And I thought that was really cute and kind of a celebratory shout. There also are themes of secret love affairs, blind obedience to God, thinking for oneself, and criticism of others. So I always write down funny lines and interesting lines just so you can kind of get a taste of the movie. I didn't write down any funny lines because this is really a serious drama, but I'll share some interesting lines. I have them all on my written review at moviereviewmom.com. So Emily Bronte, again played by Emma Mackey, is talking, and she says to her sister, who's so critical of her, she says, "Why is it so hard to believe your sister could do something of merit?" And I think sadly, sometimes that's how we look at our own family members, that we think, oh, well, we know everything about them. They couldn't do anything special. And yet we should be the ones who are encouraging them the most. And so look at how you relate with your family members. And if you have caught yourself kind of putting them down or putting them in a box, really. Charlotte Bront, who was also a successful author, played by Alexandra Dowling, says, "Let's not dwell on the past. It's the future we must look for." And I think that that's good advice. However, it's also, I think, instructive and helpful to look at the past so that we can learn from it, so that we can move forward. And then another line I thought was really great, and also one that really was the overarching theme of the movie, was spoken by Branwell Bronte, Emily's brother, and he's played by Fionn Whitehead. And he says, "There's only one true happiness in this life, to love and be loved." And isn't that the truth? All right, so I instantly thought of several movies as I was watching this that I wanted to recommend to you for you to watch. So the first one is Wuthering Heights. So if you've never read Emily Bronte's work, there are several versions of Wuthering Heights. So pick one. I like probably the most recent one that I thought was well done, and you can learn a little bit about the story and then kind of see how it connects to her life and how this movie portrayed it. Another one is called Emma. Now, not Emily Bronte, but Emma, written by Jane Austen, the most recent one. I just thought the costume design was outstanding. Lots of humor, really great insights. And in fact, I will queue up my movie review to play as soon as you finish this one so that you can begin watching that one in case you missed that little gem, a little golden nugget of a movie. And then another very recent one that was kind of controversial is called Persuasion, also based on another book and story by Jane Austen. It's controversial because it was intended to be a modern take, or I should say, a take with modern sensibilities of that old Jane Austen story from the 1800s as well. It stars Dakota Johnson, and you can watch my movie review of that one too, and hear what I had to say about some of the deliberate decisions that director, also a female, made on that particular story and movie. All right, that's it. Thanks so much for spending a few minutes with me and supporting my channel. Every time you subscribe, well, you can only subscribe once, but if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And every time you like my videos or comment below, that helps spread YouTube magical fairy dust all over my channel and allows more people to discover my channel, which is my goal. And my goal is to help you save time and money. So spread the word, and thank you so much. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now.